There are a lot of fears surrounding the coronavirus, and so we're wanting to answer some people's questions and specifically about finances today. So joining me is Ryan from Advanced Capital Management to tell us what we need to know. And we've seen some major shifts in the stock market in light of this coronavirus news. How should people interpret that?
Sure. So I think that the kind of the word of the day when it comes to coronavirus is panic. And sometimes that panic is almost more detrimental than the virus itself. So don't panic. You know, that's one thing we can't do in this environment. And so maybe if you've been a little bit lazy with respect to rebalancing your portfolio, making sure that, you know, in a year like 2019, when you have a substantial gain, you're not taking some of that gain and protecting it. You know, if this was the wake-up call, well, then let it be so. And recognize that we need to do some things and maybe take ownership of that portfolio and make sure you know everything you own. Sometimes these things called black swans, they come out of nowhere and they can surprise the average investor, and it's important to have a plan.
And so what should people have in their plan? Should they just leave stuff alone and wait for stuff to balance out again? What do you advise?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, think about the stock market like this. It's a place where buyers and sellers come together to exchange ownerships of future cash flows. At a time of heightened volatility, it's not that the market is broken, but it's not being efficient. So right now is not the time to jerk the wheel and make a change. But what it can do is make you pick your head up and say, going forward, I'm going to need to really take ownership of this. So I would say that this is a time to just let things settle down a little bit, take a breath, and recognize we've been through this. In 2003, it was SARS. We saw about a 12% drawdown in the market. 2015, it was the Zika virus, about a 12% drawdown. Here we sit, we had a 12% drawdown off the highs, and we're about 8, 9% right now, maybe 10, off of those high watermarks. So really, this isn't anything new. Every year has a source of volatility. So let's not just get too far ahead of ourselves. Make sure you're reading those headlines with caution and recognize this is for, you know, long term. You know, this will go away.
Sure, definitely not a time to make drastic decisions. Ryan, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We, of course, have all these tips too on our website at 13onyourside.com. We'll be right back.